First up, we need a chart to work with. I'm gonna pull up gold, specifically XAU USD on a 5-minute time frame. Now, the main indicator we'll be using for the system is a real workhorse in the trading world, the Relative Strength Index, better known as the RSI. So let's get it added to your chart. If you're using TradingView, just head up to the indicators button, usually near the top, click that, and in the search bar that appears, type in RSI or the full name, Relative Strength Index. Once you see it in the list, just click on it and it'll pop up right below your main price chart. But here's the thing, for the specific system we're building, the default settings aren't quite what we need. We're gonna make a few tweaks to really tailor it for our approach. Don't worry, it's super straightforward. Go ahead and head over to the RSI indicator name on your chart and you'll see a little gear icon or something similar for setting. Click on that to open up the options panel. First, let's head into the Inputs tab. You'll see an option for RSI length and it's probably set to 14 by default. Now, 14 makes the RSI react pretty quickly, which can be jumpy. For our strategy, we want a smoother, less noisy signal that helps us catch more sustained moves. So let's change that length value from 14 all the way up to 50. These adjustments will give us a much smoother RSI reading to work with. Okay, that's the only change needed in the inputs. Now, let's click over to the Style tab. This controls how the indicator actually looks. Here's where we make it useful for our system. First, find the main RSI line itself and go ahead and uncheck that box next to it. We're actually not going to be focusing on that standard option. What we want to focus on is the RSI based MA. That's moving average of the RSI. Make absolutely sure that the box is checked because this line is key. Next, you'll probably see the RSI upper band and RSI lower band, usually 70 and 30. Since our strategy doesn't really use the typical overbought and oversold concept, let's just uncheck both of those to keep this indicator nice and clean. However, we definitely want to keep the RSI middle band visible. That line right at the 50 level is crucial for our signals. So make sure this box is checked and let's make it really pop. Click on its color, maybe change it to a bright white or yellow so it stands out clearly, and definitely increase the line thickness a notch or two. We want to be able to see exactly where the 50 level is at a glance. And that's it. No other changes are necessary right now. We've now got the RSI customized perfectly for the next step. But we're not quite done building out this profitable trading system just yet. Think of the RSI as giving us clue about momentum, but to stack the odds in our favor, we need a way to understand the bigger picture, the overall direction that market is trying to go. Relying on just one indicator can sometimes lead you into tricky spots. So to get that broader market context and help confirm the signals from our RSI, we're going to add one more key indicator to our chart. This one is specifically designed to help us figure out the underlying trend, or what we call the market bias. Let's get it added now. Just like before, head back to the indicators button at the top of your TradingView chart, click that. And in the search bar that pops up, type in market bias. You'll likely see it appears in the search results. Go ahead and click on it to add it to your chart. Alright, let's really dial in on market bias indicator. This is where we start to see the bigger picture beyond just the immediate 5-minute chart on gold. So head over to the indicator settings. You'll find an option for the time frame. Whatever chart you're on now, say that 5-minute. We're going to set that one step higher to 15 minutes. This adjustment gives our indicator a wider view of market movements, helping us identify the dominant trend. Next, you'll see settings for the period and smoothing. We're going to leave those as they are. However, there's usually an option called HA candles or similar. Make sure that's turned off. Finally, double check that your colors are set to green for bullish signals and red for bearish ones. It makes things visually clear. And that's the setup for this indicator. With this time frame adjustment, our momentum tool is now dialed in. Okay, so we've got our market bias indicator telling us the overall direction. Green means the market's leading up, price hanging above it, signaling a potential uptrend. And if that bias flips to red with the price below, we're likely looking at a downtrend. That's our roadmap, showing us the general direction we want to be trading in. But here's the $1,000,000 question, right? When exactly do we jump in? When do we actually hit that buy or sell button? That's where our trusty RSI indicator comes into play. Now, let's say our market bias indicator is showing us a red light signaling a downtrend. Now we look at our RSI. We're focusing on the RSI based moving average line. When the line crosses below the 50 level on the RSI, that's our signal. It's like the market's confirming the downward momentum our market bias indicator was showing us. So, what we do next? Right at the moment the RSI line crosses down through the 50 level, we want to find the corresponding candle on our main price chart. That's our potential sell signal candle. Once the candle closes, that's where we are going to look to open a sell trade. To protecting our trade, the stop loss is crucial. A good spot to place it is just above the most recent swing high, or you could even place it close to the market bias line. Choose whichever feels a bit tighter and makes sense in the current market conditions. Finally, let's talk about taking profit. A common and often effective approach is to set your profit target at around 2 times the distance of your stop loss. This gives you a good risk to reward ratio, meaning you're aiming to make twice as much as you're risking on the trade. Alright, now for the flip side, the buy trade. So if the market bias indicator is showing us green and the price is hanging above it, signaling a potential uptrend, and we know that we're only looking for buying opportunities, then we're bringing our RSI. For a buy signal, we want to see the RSI based moving average line crosses above the 50 level on the RSI. That suggests upward momentum is building and confirms what our market bias indicator is telling us. Once the RSI line crosses up through the 50, we find the corresponding candle on our price chart. That's our potential buy signal candle. And finally, keep this in mind. Always trade in line with that market bias. So, if the market bias is green for an uptrend, we're only looking for the RSI to cross above the 50 level to signal a buy. If you see it crosses below 50 during an uptrend, just ignore it. On the flip side, if the market bias is red for a downtrend, we're only interested in the RSI crossing below 50 for a sell. Don't get thrown off by any cross above 50 during a downtrend. Sticking with the direction of the market bias confirmed by the RSI is key to making this strategy work.